Have you ever thought about your own thoughts? Why you act in a certain way? If yes, buckle up because we're diving into the brain-bending world of Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. First off, let's talk about the author. Daniel Kahneman is not just some dude who decided to write a book about thinking. He's a legit heavyweight in the psychology world with a Nobel Prize in economic sciences to boot, which he snagged for his work on decision-making. So when he talks, we listen. And by listen, I mean dive headfirst into his 500-page masterpiece that looks at how we think, why we think the way we do, and how our thinking shapes our decisions. Thinking Fast and Slow is like the buddy cop movie of psychology, featuring two protagonists, System 1 and System 2. System 1 is that impulsive friend who makes decisions on the fly, trusts their gut, and loves a good shortcut. It's fast, it's intuitive, and it's often running the show without us even realizing it. Then there's System 2, the methodical, analytical one who takes their sweet time, double-checks everything, and loves a good pros and cons list. System 2 is slow, deliberate, and logical. Kahneman takes us on a tour of how these two systems interact, often hilariously butting heads and leading us to make decisions that might not always be in our best interest. He dives into a treasure trove of psychological experiments and findings that reveal the quirks of our thinking. From the ways we're hilariously bad at predicting what will make us happy, to how we're suckers for a good story over hard stats. One of the most fascinating parts of the book is when Kahneman delves into the biases and heuristics that shape our thinking. He talks about the availability heuristic, where we judge the likelihood of something based on how easily examples come to mind. Like, if you've just watched a documentary on plane crashes, you might suddenly think flying is super dangerous, even though you're statistically more likely to get struck by lightning while riding a unicorn. Then there's the anchoring effect, where the first piece of information we hear sticks with us and influences our decisions. Kahneman gives the example of judges being influenced by completely random numbers when sentencing, which is as scary as it sounds. But it's not all doom and gloom. Kahneman doesn't just point out our flaws, he also gives us insights into how we can recognize these biases and make better decisions. It's like he's handing us a cheat sheet to our own brains. What makes Thinking Fast and Slow stand out is Kahneman's ability to take these complex, sometimes mind-blowing concepts and make them accessible. He's like that cool teacher who can explain quantum physics using football analogies. The book is packed with relatable examples, thought experiments, and Kahneman's own experiences, making it not just informative but also incredibly engaging. Of course, it's not all smooth sailing. The book is dense, and there are parts where you might find yourself rereading a paragraph or two to wrap your head around the concepts. But trust me, it's worth the effort. It's like doing a workout for your brain, and who doesn't want those mental muscles to be ripped? In conclusion, Thinking Fast and Slow is a roller coaster ride through the human mind. It's a book that will make you laugh, make you think, and maybe even make you cringe at the recognition of your own cognitive biases. Kahneman has given us a manual for understanding the why behind our thoughts and actions, wrapped in a package that's as entertaining as it is enlightening. So, if you're up for challenging your brain, questioning your decisions, and possibly explaining to your friends why they're making irrational choices based on cognitive biases they never knew they had, then this book is for you. Dive in, enjoy the ride, and come out the other side a little wiser, a bit more self-aware, and with a newfound appreciation for the complexity of human thought. Happy reading!